Hello and welcome back to Pendor. We're here attacking another Empire vassal. Now here's the funny thing. What we're going to do in this episode is I'm actually going to try, considering we've now somewhat consolidated our territory. Not entirely, of course. We've done as best we can. That's pretty much all I can really say there. We've done as best we can, and we're kind of trying our best to sort of stabilize things here. But I'm now thinking, you know what? What's the best way to go here? Well, what can we do? We can continue to try and expand, which would probably be a bit risky, all things considered, because let's face it, we don't really want to be in a situation where I get absolutely murdered by, I don't know, the Dread Legion or the Snake Cult armies that are really, really close by to us. That's something that we kind of want to be aware of and try to avoid as best we can, because let's face it, we really don't want that, do we? We really don't want to get absolutely murdered by that. And speaking of getting murdered, I really don't want to get killed by that Empire Immortal that's firing thrown weapons at me. Yes. Yeah, so basically we can either continue to try and expand. Obviously, I will be attempting to continue doing that. It's just a case of, do we want to do that right away? That's the thing. Because if we don't do that right away, and we actually go for a little bit of a different strategy, where we try to build ourselves up a little bit, and if you know what I'm talking about, that means creating our own knighthood order. Yes, indeed. So I'm actually very much hoping that we'll be able to do that. I'm not sure if I actually even have the gear that is going to enable us to create something amazing, because I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to need to defeat those Noldor heroes to actually create decent troops. I don't think so. I think, you know, they're definitely going to be better if I had those items, but I don't think I'm going to need them. I don't think they are a requirement. However, it would help, you know. It would certainly help us. Anyway, point is, I think that's what we're going to be doing after this. If I don't see any other vassals in the area, we're going to be making my way over to Whitestag Castle, and we're going to see if I can maybe, you know, get some get a Corliss gem. That's the first thing we got to do. So I need to go over to my my little stash, you know, my little wonderful stash in my hideout, and try and pull out one Corliss gem at least, and then we're going to be able to do that. So that's also a thing that I kind of wanted to touch upon here as well. Basically, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to earn honor. And this is also something that I've been a little bit, maybe a little bit lax on for the most part, because obviously, honor is, as far as I am aware, tied to prestige. Now, prestige is this resource that is primarily used for knighthood orders, from what I recall. Bear in mind, it's been years since I've actually, you know, played this, and I'm not entirely sure if I even, as I said before, I'm not sure if I even created my own knighthood order in the Iron Man challenge. But anyway, point is, it's going to be a bit dicey with the amount of prestige that I currently have, because I actually don't have a huge amount of it. And I'm thinking to myself now that probably what I should have been doing is doing as many tasks as possible, helping out as many villagers as possible, doing, letting people go as much as possible, because obviously you gain honor from that. Trying to rescue as many ladies in waiting as possible as well, because that can actually provide you with some pretty significant honor from that, because if you can rescue, I don't know, 1, 2, 3 of them from a particular fight, you're probably going to have a pretty decent time of things, because then you're going to be able to, you know, actually do the thing, you know, actually get a good amount of honor, and as a result, prestige as well. Anyway, we've got the free company here. I'm actually not entirely sure if I'm going to keep them around. I think I probably will, but I'm not sure if it's really worth it. I mean, we are currently at 139,000. That is abysmal, by the way. That is actually not very good. If you are going to create your own faction, I would highly recommend, if you're going to go for a CKO, by the way, if you're not going to go for a CKO, it's not really necessary, you know, for you to have an insane amount of cash, but the costs associated with the CKO are quite large. So, you know, having a lot of money is definitely going to make a pretty big difference. At least that's what I remember. Anyway, so these things, as we've seen, well, this is actually pretty good. We're probably going to be, you know, giving some of these pieces of armor to our to our forces next time we have the ability to do so. Just going to sell some of this stuff. Oh, wow. We're actually selling that for a really, really good price, actually. Hilariously enough. And let's actually just sell this. There we go. And okay, that's it. Wow, that's remarkably easier than I anticipated. Let's just buy a bunch of things here. Try to increase... Well, I mean, our morale is absolutely fine, to be honest. We don't even need to worry about that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Some people said that I should probably check the Dashar Desert. Yes. That's actually a very good idea. Thank you very much, because I remember very vividly there actually being a Red Brotherhood hideout in Dashar territory. And I thought to myself, wow, this is an insidious place to put it, you know, because it's very far off the beaten track. You're not actually going to be able to, you know, pass by that place really easily. And so that's actually a super, super good idea. So thank you very much for letting me know about that, because, or should we say reminding me about that, because that is, that is such a devious place to put something like that, especially considering I'm still unsure whether I would need to pay for the map. I think I do need to pay for the map, so I could just be unlucky and maybe I just haven't gotten told where it is. But I am going to go and check the Dashar territories. Ooh, hello there, sir. This is actually a perfect situation for us right now, because if I can take one of these guys prisoner, or maybe just, you know, generally be able to take them prisoner. Did I level up? No. Sad. Very sad indeed. Okay, well, the free company is actually helping me here, so that's actually fantastic. Let's go in. 328 versus 130. This should be an easy victory for us, but I think he has some pretty good troops, as you can tell from his, well, from the renown value that we're getting from this. Yeah, but we should be fine. I mean, just look at the... This is hilarious. If he has a massive amount of cavalry here, he is going to regret this. He is going to regret trying to raid one of our villages. Thank you very much. So let's just place the cavalry over there, put these guys here. There we go. And we're just going to spread out our archers. And that's hopefully going to help us out quite a bit, as we do want to make sure that we have the greatest firing angle. And you can see here, look at the Empire are literally very slowly moving towards us, and they are going to get murdered. They really are. I should probably switch to my bow as well. Actually, you know what? Are they just going to stand on the top there? If they just stand on the top there, that is not the best for us. I actually have some Noldor, hilariously enough. Do I have one or two? I think I only have one. I'm actually not entirely sure if it's the same one that leveled up from Noldor Warrior all that time ago. It could very well be the case, but yeah, as you can see, they're now actually charging. That's fine. Let's tell our cavalry to charge in there as well. So let's see if I can snipe this guy. Oh, I actually took out his horse. Okay, well, that's decent enough. Don't really mind too much about that. If I can just eliminate their horse, then, well, there you go. That's easy enough. And we could tell our infantry to charge in as well, but I don't think it's really going to get that far. As you can see, our archers just have an overwhelming advantage here. And nothing really bad is going to happen to us. At least I hope not. Kavera, I feel, is actually really, really strong. Is that just me? I don't know. It feels like she's really, really strong at least. Anyway, let me just see if I can get in here. I'm going to try to do some damage. These guys are actually really, really tough. No wonder we're getting some renown for this. You see exactly what kinds of units they have fielded here. They've got some Empire Gladiators. They've got some Legionnaires. They've got a bunch of different troops. And that is definitely making a huge difference to their overall strength. And actually being quite a bit bothersome, you know? Quite a bit bothersome. Very, very surprising, actually, because you wouldn't have expected that from a guy that only has 128 or something, or however much he had. But yeah, in general, it is making a big difference. But as you can see, mostly our free company is taking the damage here, which is obviously good. We really do not want to take any losses ourselves. So that should be fine. There we go. Take that guy down as well. I'm actually really excited about getting into the CKO as well. So I'm going to be doing that right away after this, and I can only hope that we're going to be able to make something amazing. Obviously, we're going to have to train them as well, and training is going to cost a lot. There are actually some options in the camp menu, I think. Yeah, in the camp menu, and you can go there and you can actually reduce the cost, which I have already done way back, because I thought to myself, yeah, for a YouTube series, yeah, you kind of need to just understand that I'm not gonna spend, you know, however long it normally takes, which I think it usually takes a very, very long time to do any of that, to you know, because obviously then you're just gonna miss a huge amount of stuff, you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. So don't really want to do a huge amount of off-screen progression, and you know, it just makes much more sense for me to show that kind of stuff on screen. Anyway, there you go, 13 renown, and we're going to be letting him go, even though he is actually a good personality anyway, which is actually fantastic. It's really, really good to see that most of the people that we're letting go right now are actually nice. So not to worry too much about that. Technically, our mercenary company should take these rescued prisoners. Hopefully they will do that. I'm not entirely sure if they did. Yeah, I think they might have. I have no idea. Yeah, that guy's just going to run away over there, which is absolutely fine. We're just going to go in here. I'm actually just going to save real fast because I'm a bit wary of this kind of thing. Because generally, whenever I have done something like this in the past, sometimes it causes a bit of a crash. And I don't really want that to happen this time around. Alright, so I've actually already trained my steward as well, by the way. I did that off screen before the episode started. So that's actually very nice. I want to create a chapter of a knighthood order. Here we go. Alright, this is absolutely fantastic. So, there we go. Create new order. Technically what you can do is you can create an order of an existing knighthood order, as you can see right here. So you can do the Griffin, Ebony Gauntlet. I'd highly recommend Ebony Gauntlet, by the way. They're really, really good. I've used them in the past. And I think I've also... Have I only used those? Really? Okay. No, wait. I must have used it. I think Shadow Legion as well. I think I actually created Shadow Legion too. I think I did that when I was a part of the Empire. And I'd also recommend Silver Mist Rangers. Obviously, they're fantastic too. But we're going to be creating a new order today. There it is. There we are. Okay, so now we can actually... Oh, wow. Okay. Order of the... Really? Of the... Oh, I wish it was order of and then the name. Because I would have... I like to do this. Order of the tea and biscuits. Ugh, that doesn't really work out too well, does it? Oh well. What should be called your order knight? Singular and plural. Okay, so let's have a look. What did I actually do? I think it's tea knight, right? Tea knight and tea knights? I actually can't remember what I did way back. I really can't remember what I did way back, so yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a problem here, aren't we? Okay, tea sergeant. Biscuit sergeant? Biscuit sergeant. I think we'll do that. And then biscuit sergeants. I can't do Control A on this. Biscuit sergeants. There we go. Alright. Is that working? I guess. There we are. Long live the tea and biscuits order and its faithful tea knights and biscuit sergeants. Yes, that's great. Alright, okay, fantastic. There you go. So we did it. That's amazing. Now, how do I train them again? Here we go. I think we go in here. There we are. Okay, so this is what you can do. So what we want to do is we want to obviously recruit noble recruits. These are the ones that you're going to be able to gain passively over time, as far as I'm aware. I'm actually not entirely sure I can't remember what actually attracts them. I think there is an improvement in your keep that can actually attract them as well. But anyway, the point is, let's see. Yes. Okay, so I want to improve the equipment. New mounts. Okay, no, I just want to train them right now. How do I train them? I want to improve the quality. Is that it? Improve the tea and biscuits. No, this is for 10,000 gold. No, I don't really want to do that. I would like to... speak about the recruits. Okay. So basically you can just decide on their gender. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Okay, yeah. So what I'm going to need to do now is I need to speak to a... Yeah. Okay. Need to speak to a companion. So this is where... hopefully Lethal Darren is going to come in handy. I don't think he actually has any good trainer skill. yeah, as you can see, he has very, very little trainer skill. I was actually hoping that he would level up by this point, but he apparently hasn't. So now we're in a bit of a sticky situation. So I'm actually thinking that maybe what we'll do... Can I actually talk to him and tell him that I want him to train? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, look, see, as you can see right here. I'd like you to train the Knights and Sergeants of the Tea and Biscuits. Ugh. I'm not sure... I should have called it the Order of Tea and Biscuits or something like that, maybe? I'm not entirely sure what I called it before. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, I think what we'll probably try to do is we'll probably try to find someone else that has relatively decent trainer skill, because obviously that's the main problem at the moment. Because then we can actually get them trained relatively quickly, hopefully. And I think we can probably find... I think Sir Roland or Sir Jocelyn are probably going to be my choices for that, because I think they have pretty good... yeah, I lost 9,000, but yeah, as you can see right here, look at this. 2 noble recruits have joined your cause, 1 because of your shrines and churches, and 1 because of the glory to be in your army. And that's kind of what I was talking about before, where I was saying, yeah, there's an improvement that you can get. And so basically, if you have shrines and churches in your fiefs, you're going to then be able to inevitably attract people to your faction, basically. So yeah, anyway, I will try to find Sir Jocelyn and Sir... actually, Sir Roland also would be good, I think. Did I mention him? Sir Roland? Yeah, I think I did. I think I did mention him. I think they both have relatively decent... I think they do. I think they have relatively decent trainer skill, but in the meantime, obviously, Lethal Durin, it would be good if he could level up too. Maybe we'll be able to get him leveled up or something. Yes. They don't like it when I fail quests, even though it was literally just for me to report to Lord Alistair. I actually made him the Marshal very recently, because I kind of didn't want to have my controversy actually increase by such a significant amount. Because obviously I was doing a number of things that was increasing my controversy, and I didn't really want that. He's been taken prisoner. Are you serious? Okay. Where was he taken prisoner? Where are you, sir? Let me actually just go to characters here for a real quick second. Okay, so where is Sir Alistair? I wish I could search. Lord Alistair, isn't that his name? Yes, there we go. Okay, so where was he? Okay, he does not say. He does not say. So I can only assume that he was relatively close by to these fiefs. There. Haha, there he is. Yep, that is him. That is him right there. Okay, come on, Free Company. I need you to actually catch up now, please. It would be very, very useful if you could. Okay, so where is he? He is in this fellow's army right here. Okay, so we're going to go on a rescue mission. Let's do this. This is maybe not the best idea. All things considered. This is actually going to give me some good honor, though. Bear that in mind. This is going to be some really, really good honor for us. Okay, so yeah, obviously, as we currently only have just started our knighthood order, you must remember that that means every single one of our units is extremely low tier. We basically have no gear, no skills, no nothing. They're really, really bad, actually, right now. And we will be attempting to improve them as time goes on. And, of course, that's generally how it goes, We need to make sure that they are as powerful as possible. Obviously, the improvement thing that you saw that I clicked on that cost 10,000 or whatever, that is a really, really good thing to choose. However, it's recommended, at least from me, it's recommended that you don't do that initially, because if you do that initially, then later on you're going to have a much lower effectiveness. Because here's the thing, okay? If you take the time to level up these troops, and if you take the time to, send off one of your companions to do the thing, you're going to have a much better time in the end, because then you're going to have the ability to just boost these guys instantly. Because that training that you see right there, as far as I'm aware, that is actually instant, if I recall correctly. So it increases all of your statistics, weapon proficiencies, and so on and so forth for a fee. And obviously it increases it, very, very fast, and that is much, much more effective than obviously allowing your companion to do it for a specific amount of time. But in those cases, you are going to be reaching the cap much, much faster for the trainer, you see. And so allowing the trainer to do it first is more efficient. At least that's what I used to do, or shall we say used to believe back in, you know, when I played this before. So I'm hopeful that it's got relatively similar rules associated with it now. And if not, well, there you go, you know. I think so. I think it is exactly like that. So anyway, that's what we're going to do. So in other words, what I need to do is I need to find Sir Jocelyn or Sir Roland, and then we need to go on from there. And hopefully that's going to work out nicely for us. Okay, you know, if I can just do something to these fellows, then I will be quite happy. Unfortunately, I am going to die soon. So, you know, that's a bit of an issue. But I think we're actually doing quite well so far. Oh yeah, also getting noble recruits. Noble recruits are pretty difficult to get, at least initially, especially for the Pendor culture. Because what you obviously can do is if you do decide that your culture is going to be something different, so for example, let's say that you, I don't know, let's say that you want your culture to be Sarlian. Well, then you just have to pick a knighthood order that levels up from Sarlian units, and then you're going to have a great time, because then all your fiefs and your culture in general is going to be Sarlian, so then you can basically just take over that particular section of territory, and you're going to have a very easy time of getting as many troops for your knighthood order as you want, and it's really fantastic. It's great, you know, it's going to work out really, really nicely for you. So those are the kinds of things that I'm talking about. So it's basically just like, for example, the Shadow Legion that I played with, that I mentioned earlier. I played with them when I was the Empire, when I was a vassal of the Empire, and it was basically a no-brainer. You know, it was a no-brainer because I had to do that to maximize the efficiency of me gaining a unit from their villages and things like that. You know, it was just so much easier for us to gain troops because we just had these villages available to us right away, rather than having to, you know, wait around a significant amount of time for Pendor units and so on. Anyway, these guys are going to have to charge in once again, charge these guys in once again. Are we doing okay so far? Yeah, I think we're doing okay, but we're losing quite a few units. I guess I could only be thankful that we do have the Mercenary Company, because without the Mercenary Company, we would be in a pretty big spot of bother. I'm very much hoping that I'm not going to get shot just yet. Ow. Okay, I was saying ow prematurely there because I thought to myself I was going to die. I saw all those bolts just whizzing by, and I thought, oh yeah, that's probably going to be my demise. But thankfully, no. Going to get out my bow here. Maybe they'll actually see me as less of a threat if I do that. Highly unlikely, let's face it. I mean, to be fair, it is true. You know, I am much less of a threat with the bow. But maybe I can level up my proficiencies a little, and then we'll have a slightly easier time. Well, no, never mind. Okay. Slightly easier time, he says. No, not in a million years. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, this is basically done. We should be fine. They're going to receive one more wave of reinforcements, I think. Unless I'm... actually, no, maybe not. No, I think that's it. I think that is actually it. So, yeah, we're actually pretty good there. I'm kind of hoping that Lethal Durin will level up, because him having any amount of trainer skill, he just has such high proficiencies that him being the trainer is extremely good. I've used him in the past, and for some reason he actually leveled up a lot quicker before. I'm not sure. Maybe I think I might have recruited him earlier in the series back then. Because then he was just able to get more kills. Because obviously, it's actually quite funny. Surprisingly enough, he's only 6,000 from what I recall, right? I think he's only 6,000 to recruit. So in the beginning of the game, you can pretty much get 6,000 without too much trouble, because you can just, you know, do the trade routes, you know, get the flax, go to Avendor, sell that, and so on and so forth, and fight a couple of Anscaries here and there. And you're going to have 6,000 in no time, and then you can get Lethal Durin really, really early. Now, obviously, you know, the mod creators, they did not want you to take Lethal Durin's gear So you do have to be level 30 yourself to be able to even see his equipment. I don't particularly care about that too much myself, but, you know, nevertheless, you can recruit him for 6,000, and he's just going to be an absolute beast. He's going to be really, really strong for you. Anyway, 44 renown for us right there. Actually, pretty cool. I like that. I like that a lot. And that means that we did end up losing. We actually lost only 17. I thought we lost 32. No, but we lost 17. And as you can see, we lost. No, as long as we didn't lose any Noldor, we should be absolutely fine. Yeah, I don't really mind too much about losing anything else here, to be honest. There we have it. Yeah, and we actually ended up eliminating all of them. That's great. I killed 18. That's not too bad. I could probably kill many more if I had a shield and things, but you know. That's just how it goes. Anyway, we should let these guys go. These guys are actually good personality types as well. As you can see, this guy's good-natured too. So it's actually wonderful. And boom, look at that. We've actually rescued Lord Alistair, which once again gives us some honor. So we're getting a decent amount of honor right here. I'm just gonna, yeah, this loot is just, it's a bit difficult to actually, you know, do the thing with loot here. Ooh, this is fantastic though. This is very nice. Hello there, Pendor units. This is great. So these guys, obviously, they actually level up into some really, really strong units. We've got some noblemen as well, so eventually they're going to be leveling up into something really nice. As you can see, they actually level up into the things that we need to create our knighthood order units. We're going to need, I think we're going to need foot knights for sergeants, and are we foot knights for sergeants? I'm actually not entirely sure. Let me actually just take a quick look at the troop tree real fast here. So, Kingdom of Pendor, as you can see, yeah, foot knights go into sergeants, as far as I'm aware, and Pendor knights, they go into, well, obviously your you know, equivalent, your knight equivalent or whatever it is. But you can see here that knights, as you see, they have 300 weapon proficiency just as a base. So if you can get your knighthood order to be better than this, you know, be better than having 7 in power strike, 7 in power throw, all of this amazing stat line, then you're going to be good. You're going to be really good. And that's the reason why I personally feel like Lethal Durin is really, really strong for that. Just not for the Iron Flesh or anything, but just generally for his weapon proficiencies. I mean, you see exactly why. 460 in archery alone, very, very strong. Anyway, there's another Noldor Ranger there. They take a long time to level up, of course, as you might expect. And we're just going to move Leslie down here. Oh yeah, by the way, someone actually said if you talk to your companions and you say, stay back from the fighting, can't risk you getting hurt. Yeah, this is basically just a way for you to move. Yeah, this companion will now be placed at the last place in the party each time a battle starts, which is all the way down here, which is just what I did manually, so it's basically the same exact thing. So it's actually just a shortcut for you to be able to go through your entire party list without having to do it manually, which is actually pretty cool. But it's the same thing if you do it manually, as far as I'm aware. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, so we have basically just rescued Sir Alistair, which is obviously wonderful. It's very, very good. And we just need to find Sir Jocelyn or Sir Roland, and that's all we need to do. I mean, technically what we could do is we could try to take this. No, this is a Phoenix area. As you can see, Phoenix Risen, 52 of those. If only we could rescue Noldor. I mean, obviously, that's just way too strong. Just imagine that, being able to rescue some of the strongest units in the game, if not the strongest. They probably are the strongest with the exception of a fully trained up CKO or something like that. Okay, what do we have got going on here? What do we got going? Why is this guy, is he running from me now? Yeah, Guardian Empire Knights. I'm actually really surprised he's running away from me, but I guess it's because we have the numbers. That's it. We just have the numbers. That's all he's afraid of right there. Anyway, we're just going to go straight on into the tavern again. Maybe there's going to be a traveler here. Maybe I can actually ask. I'm actually wondering whether I can ask where some you know, where some companions are. They might actually allow us to check that. And actually, while I'm here, I'm actually going to make my way over to the Deshar territories, because I'm thinking maybe it would be a good idea for me to check the desert right now. Just because there is actually a tournament going on here as well. Brother Randolph, wait a minute. Ah, yes, large pouch of diamonds for the mines. Okay, yeah. Well, obviously I'm not going to be doing that just yet. But that's definitely something that you probably want to check out. if you have a bag, you know, you can obviously trade it with the Guildmaster, but you need 15 relation with the town to be able to trade with the Guildmaster like that. There is actually a tournament going on here, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do that. Alright, so we're in one of the later rounds of the tournament. As you can see, I actually have my own lance. This it's always funny. It's always funny when they give me a lance because I'm literally just able to completely decimate the enemy. They just don't actually understand what's even happened. They just get absolutely murdered. And you can even do that. Oh no, we only hit his horse. Oh well, never mind. It's fine. Thankfully, because the AI is a little bit silly when it comes to dealing with couch lances, you can pretty much just do something like this. Hopefully I'm not going to get shot in the meantime. No, there we go. He doesn't even bother to defend because he doesn't actually realize that we're attacking him. If I were to use my manual attack, it would be a little bit different. Yeah, so this has actually been a really, really enjoyable tournament so far because I've mostly been given bows, which is absolutely fine, and also lances. I've very rarely been given something that is going to be super, super annoying to deal with, which is really nice and quite unusual. Because usually what I'll do is I'll go into one of these tournaments and I'll get given a bunch of thrown weapons, which is obviously fine in my case. I actually do have a pretty decent amount of power throw skill for some reason. And that's actually fine, you know. I can actually do some pretty good damage with it. I can do, you know, 25 to 30 damage every single time I hit with this. So that's actually pretty good. And obviously this is also really easy too. I mean, you see exactly how effective our bow is now. We do so much damage with it. And here we go, we got another one of these. So all I need to do is just headshot the horse, or at the very least try to take out the horse. And then this guy is literally going to do the same thing where he's just going to charge at us. Obviously you don't have to do it this way. You can do it a different way if you so desire. Like you can bump into him with the horse to remove his defense. And then you can take him out that way. Or you could just do this, where you just kind of bait him into lowering his guard, and then you're absolutely fine. But there you are. That was easy enough, wasn't it? This is a way that you can obviously increase your relation with the particular town as well. So if you do want to get that large pouch of diamonds, then that's a good way to go about it. You know, you can just do, you know, continue to do tournaments in and around these places, and eventually you'll get to a point where you can do that. Or you can just do the guildmaster tasks and things like that too. Anyway, let's see. Do we have anyone here that can actually... nope. Okay. Nothing going on there. Okay, so I remember that a Brotherhood hideout was around here. Or is this the Mines of Al-Aziz? It might actually be the Mines of Al-Aziz being around here. But let's just make a bit of a go of it. You never know. Because this is obviously a really large area. And I'm actually not entirely sure why it's so large, to be honest. It's a bit weird that it's such a significant place for there being not much. Maybe they actually planned to put something else here at some point, or maybe they wanted to increase the Deshar's area of territory, or maybe they wanted to put something else. I don't know, but it seems like a pretty weird location for not much, which is kind of sad because, you know, it's a bit annoying to actually, you know, traverse it and try and figure out if there's anything you're missing, but you know, not much for me to do except just speak to this person right here. There we go. Yeah, not much. Yeah, so unfortunately I don't have enough space for all these, do I? Oh no, there's only one of them. Okay, well, two of them actually. And yeah, so unfortunately it doesn't seem as though there is actually anything here, as you can see. So I haven't missed the Red Brotherhood hideout in this area. Maybe I should just go through the middle real fast. No, it doesn't seem like it. I just want to make sure, you know what I mean? It's just kind of, it's one of those things. Ooh, look at this. I got 4 noble recruits. That's nice. 3 because of the glory to be in your army. Very nice indeed. I actually wonder whether it is dependent on how many battles you actually win per week, whether they give you more. I don't think that's the case. Ooh, Barilgi is here. Ah, hello there, sir. This actually seems like a pretty... we might be able to do this. Omen Seekers are, in my opinion, very, very good troops. Not sure if they're actually available to look at here. I think I actually have some in my own army. But let me see if there's actually some here. Maybe they have some... Noldor Rangers, 400 weapon proficiencies. Absolutely crazy. Adventurers, I don't think they're actually going to be listed here. No. Are they under Dashar? No, no, of course not. Okay, they're not actually under there. Do I have Omen Seekers myself? I think I did recruit some, but maybe they're all dead. Maybe they all died somehow. Yeah, yep. I think they actually did. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah, well, unfortunate that that's the case, but they only have 31 of these guys, and if we can actually lure them into a scenario where we have the height advantage, because they are, of course, cavalry, this is going to be really, really easy for us, or at least it should be. We'll see what happens. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.